Hiring a new staff member is only a small part of having a new staff member. Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint number 94. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, I think 100 is next week, is that right? If my maths is on. So, today I'm heading to Kent Town. We have 2 staff members, new team members starting today. We have a principal irrigation consultant and a graphic designer. Both those positions have been kind of hired quite quickly, which is kind of how I do most of my things, just get it done. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that just putting out a Seek ad and hiring someone is only 10% of the process of onboarding and having a new team member start inside your team. Now, obviously, I haven't really had it where someone's kind of come on board and in the first week that it's like, no, this is nothing like you said it was going to be. But I've heard stories about it. A friend of mine, what did he went for a job. He was unemployed for a while, had a long, so he was working somewhere for a very long time, got a redundancy. Kind of took a year to find the right position, but I think he just was happy to take some time off after working 20 or 30 years straight with no leave. And then he went to work for this other job, and it was sold by either an agency or whoever at the, that 50,000 foot level. And then he ended up going, and he got there, and then he didn't have a desk, and they just went, and he was in a senior management position as well. So they're like, I guess you can just sit on that. That was what's his face's desk. I guess just sit over there. Desks covered in dust and dirt. And he just this actual story. He was there for a couple of hours, and then he's like, I'm just going to shoot down and grab a coffee. Drove out, got in his car, rang the agency and said, I'm not working there. Now, that can be super disruptive for everyone involved. You've got someone who potentially has left another workforce or another business or another position, or they've stopped running a business to come and join your team. So their whole life is about to change. Their family's invested in it. They're excited about it. And then you've also got the business who were expecting to have this person. Obviously, if someone's hiring a new role, it's because they need it. No one, well, I do, but no one hires someone for the future and just has them sitting there waiting. So the business that the person was going to go into has now not got this person, and that's going to take another 2 weeks to a month by the time you go through the recruitment process. So it's very disruptive. And I think a lot of it can come from a miscommunication of expectations. And I've talked about this so many times. Like, ill feelings only occur when there's a misalignment of understanding due to a lack of communication. So with our, a few things that we do is with our employing new team members and then onboarding them is as follows. 1, in the ad, we're very clear around the job and the values of the company and the expectations, and there's a video on the internet, it's about 2016 now, of me talking about my 12 immutable laws of Water Pro. That's obviously translated out. We probably need to redo that, but that values video means you can watch that and just be like, you know what, I'm not interested in working for that guy. Like, he seems like an odd cat. That I can't handle swearing in the workplace, or whatever it might be. I want something more vanilla. I want to work somewhere quiet. So automatically you've taken a percentage of those people and they haven't applied. Then once you go in the interview stage, it's important for the person interviewing the person to be open to them asking questions and let them know about the role. I think a job interview in so many people's minds is a focus on the people looking to hire someone, just kind of almost interrogating the person looking for a job, when I believe that it's a partnership, so it's more like a date, and that the conversation should be a two-way conversation, and that it should be a 50-50 question situation. So the person, like, do you have any questions for us? Such like kind of that end conversation, but it's so shit because it's like, oh no, I don't have any questions. So we really encourage people to ask questions. We're talking about it through the whole interview, or I am. I need to train my staff to do that if they're not already. But then also at the end of an interview, I'll be like, look, if anything comes up after the interview that you want to ask, come back to me via email or via text, or even ring me, and we can address that over the phone, so that there's no ambiguity around the position or the hours or the pay or the uniform or whatever bothers people. You've got to remember that you know your business inside out. You know where the cars get parked, you know what uniforms people wear, you know the hours, you know the busyness, what the expectations are, the tools that they're going to get. You know all that. This person doesn't know all that. And obviously you're going to think that your business, you know, everyone knows your business. No one knows your business. It's tiny. And even if it's massive, the department that your person is coming to work for, no one knows about it. So you get to that point where you've hired the person, they're on board, and this is when it's time to go, right? So it's like having a baby. When you go have a baby, all they talk about is giving birth, right? You go to the hospital, that you do all this training on giving birth. No one talks to you about all the crazy things that happen once the baby's born. So this is how I guess view our onboarding of staff. When someone comes on board, it's really important to make them feel welcome. I make sure that all of our new staff, wherever possible, have a full uniform before they start, so that they rock up and they are dressed exactly the same as everyone else, so that they don't feel like an outcast and they feel like they're part of the team. I make sure that they have a computer if they require a computer. I make sure they have a phone if they require a phone. I make sure that they have a desk, and in almost every case they have a buddy or someone that they get introduced to early that they can shadow and spend time with in that first week or first 2 weeks, to ensure that they feel welcome. I might just reverse back, get some natural light. Come on. There you go, Duffy. Then one of the other things that I do is all new employees will have a lunch with me in their first week. Now, recently I've had a breakfast with one, but whatever works, right? So this week on Wednesday, I've got 2 new staff members. I'll have a lunch with both of them. It makes it possible for those 2 to spend time together so that they start to get to know each other. But it also gives me an opportunity to meet someone that hasn't necessarily been interviewed via me, so I don't know anything about them, and I can ask them questions about what their needs, wants and desires are in life, so that I can help connect them into the business, so that there's no ambiguity again around what people want. So when they come to me and go, oh, it's not working, and I'm like, why? And they're like, well, you told me this, and then you told me that I was going to be able to get promoted and move to there, or I was going to have an Apple computer instead of a whatever computer. I know all that early so that I can work around it and make sure that everyone doesn't necessarily get what they want, but understand what they can and can't do and what they can and can't have, and so that we're all on the same page, so that there's no misalignment of expectations. Lastly, something that we're not doing well, but I want to start introducing, is to welcome their extended family and their world, right? So I haven't worked out how that looks yet, but I'm playing with the ideas of either having a dinner with the new employee and their significant other, or having once a quarter we have a bit of an event for new employees and their families, and then they can meet some of the other employees in the business, and we have a whatever, or sending a welcome gift or whatever it might be. Because the thing that you got to remember is these people that are coming to work for your team and to basically give you a third of their life and half of their waking life to building what you care about, have significant others, and they're committed to their family, and that matters to them more than working for you. Like, don't get it wrong, like, their family is the most important thing to them. So if you can help their family understand what they're doing, and their family understand why it's important to them, then when it gets tough, and when they have those long days, and when they have to stay back, or when they have a stressful period, or when someone hasn't done exactly what they think that they want to do, hi, it's just getting waved to, then they'll go home and their partner will be like, it's okay, you knew what this was like, and they're all right, they don't mean it, and they've got a kind of an ally that's an ally of the business, because they've already seen what you're trying to achieve, and you've got, I guess, almost someone else there fighting the good fight for you. Anyway, I think that's it. This was definitely not meant to be a 9-minute video, so sorry, D'Artagnan, I know that you probably aren't at this point anymore, but I think it's a really valuable video for anyone that's struggling to either onboard people and or keep new employees once they've started. I do use Seek for all my onboarding, all my hiring. I think it gives you a level of genuineness, and people believe that there is a job when it's on Seek. And then I've lately been getting my team to interview the roles, so I don't interview for anything less than, I guess I interview senior roles now, but I'm letting my team manage their people, and it's working really well, and they all have their own techniques and tricks, but I'm always giving them interview questions that they might want to ask, or I think it's important to go into an interview with a few questions that you need to ask and that you want to ask, but then kind of be prepared to just have an open conversation about it. So anyway, I'm going to go. If you're enjoying this content, please hit the like button. You probably could have done that at the start of the video. Share this with anyone that you think might benefit from knowing my view on it. Remember, it's only one person's opinion on how to hire, but it might be of interest to someone else. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'm dropping these like super good videos every day, well, every weekday. Not allowed to do it on the weekend. No, I probably am, but I don't. Be kind to each other. That's the most important part of this whole thing, and I'll see you tomorrow.